Eclipse free.
Landing clock disengaged. Be wary of traffic on your way out. You are all clear. Safe travels, Commander.
Telemetry obtained. 13th. Ortiz prizes traveling to the SUTS system. This is your second visit to this system. SUTS is a Federation corporate of over 4 billion souls. Controlled by Edmund Mann. Allied SUTS regulatory state is the immediate faction. There is 1 orbital station and 3 planetary stations in this system. You are now 150 light years from Belisuk. Comet 13th, Ortiz prize refueled. Comet 13th, Ortiz prize refueled. Information, SUTS is undergoing a boom. There might be some good trading profits to be made here. Telemetry obtained. 13th. Ortiz prize is en route to the LWD-17 system. You are entering Federation space. This is your first visit to this system. LWD-17 is a Federation corporate supporting nearly 36,000 people. Jet Galactic Organization is the controlling power. There are 2 orbital stations in this system. Comet 13th, Ortiz prize refueled. Comet 13th, Ortiz prize refueled. Comet 13th, Ortiz prize refueled. Destination confirmed. 13th. Ortiz prize is en route to the LTT-18046 system. You are leaving Federation space. This is your first visit to this system. Humans have yet to colonize this system. Comet 13th, Ortiz prize refueled. Comet 13th, Ortiz prize refueled. Jump in progress. 13th. Ortiz prize is heading to the 37 Geminorum system. This is your first visit to this system. 37 Geminorum is a Federation corporate home to well over 9 billion people. 37 Geminorum Crimson Bridge Incorporated is the local power. There are 7 orbital stations and 15 planetary stations in this system. Information, 37 Geminorum is undergoing a boom. There might be some good trading profits to be made here. Comet 13th, Ortiz prize refueled. Telemetry obtained. 13th. Ortiz prizes traveling to the 74K Oimus system. This is your second visit to this system. Humans have yet to colonize this system. Comet 13th, orgies prize refueled. Comet 13th, orgies prize refueled. Comet 13th, orgies prize refueled. Warning, heat levels beyond operating tolerance. Comet 13th, orgies prize refueled. Telemetry obtained, 13th. Orgies prizes traveling to the LHS-206 system. You are leaving Federation space. This is your first visit to this system. There is no human presence here. Comet 13th, orgies prize refueled. Comet 13th, orgies prize refueled. Destination confirmed. 13th, orgies prize is in transit to the BD-09956 system. This is your first visit to this system. Humans have yet to colonize this system. Comet 13th, orgies prize refueled. Comet 13th, orgies prize refueled. Comet 13th, orgies prize refueled. Telemetry obtained, 13th. Orgies prize is en route to the Galen system. This is your first visit to this system. Humans have yet to colonize this system. Comet 13th, orgies prize refueled. Comet 13th, orgies prize refueled. Comet 13th, orgies prize refueled.
Frameshift drive charging.
Telemetry obtained, 13th. Orgies prize is in transit to the Krubne system. You are entering independent space. This is your first visit to this system. Krubne is an independent dictatorship supporting well over 1.5 billion souls. The Euro Krubne Liberty Party is the controlling faction. There are 4 orbital stations and 4 planetary stations in this system. Comet 13th, orgies prize refueled. Warning, heat levels beyond operating tolerance.
Engage.
Comet 13th, orgies prize refueled. Comet 13th, orgies prize refueled. Destination confirmed. 13th. Orgies prizes traveling to the Trianguli Sector QD-TB3-5 system. This is your first visit to this system. This system is unpopulated. Comet 13th. Orgies prize refueled. Comet 13th. Orgies prize refueled.
Frameshift drive charging.
Destination confirmed. 13th. Orgies prizes traveling to the Jekru system. You are entering Empire space. This is your first visit to this system. Jekru is an Empire patronage supporting well over 54,500 people. Jekru Life Interstellar is the local faction. There are 2 orbital stations and 6 planetary stations in this system. Comet 13th. Orgies prize refuel. Information. Jekru is undergoing a boom. There might be some good trading profits to be made here.
Yeah, I should have more, right?
Comet 13th. Orgies prize refuel. Comet 13th. Orgies prize refuel. Jumping progress. 13th. Orgies prize is en route to the HR1179 system. You have entered Empire space. This is your first visit to this system. HR1179 is an Empire corporate of over 123,000 people. HR1179 Gold Life and Company is the controlling power. There are 2 orbital stations and a lone planetary station in this system. Heat levels beyond operating tolerance. Comet 13th. Orgies prize refuel.
Frameshift drive charging.
Comet 13th. Orgies prize refuel. Comet 13th. Orgies prize refuel. Telemetry obtained. 13th. Orgies prizes traveling to the HIP 16628 system. You have left Empire space. This is your first visit to this system. Humans have yet to colonize this system.
Fuel skipping. Frameshift drive charging.
Comet 13th. Orgies prize refueled. Comet 13th. Orgies prize refueled. Comet 13th. Orgies prize fully refueled. Destination confirmed. 13th. Orgies prize is heading to the Poliduc system. You have visited this system 4 times. Poliduc is an Empire patronage supporting just over 1 billion souls. Poliduc Empire Assembly is the controlling power. There are 7 orbital stations and 4 planetary stations in this system. Comet 13th. Orgies prize fully refueled. Information. Poliduc is undergoing a boom. There might be some good trading profits to be made here. has left Super Cruise near Hipparchus Terminal.
Romeo Golf. We are pleased to have you at this imperial.
We have been denied docking because we are too far from the
Approval is
station.
granted. Proceed
Docking
at your
request
earliest
cancelled.
convenience to pad 40. Your docking request has been cancelled. Your docking request has been approved. Please
Landing
head
pad
directly
40
to
is at
docking
4
bay
o'clock far,
25.
as you enter with the green lights on your right. Landing pad 25 is at 12 o'clock far, as you enter with the green lights on your right.
Frameshift charge detected. Scan detected. Landing gear deployed.
Docking complete.
Touchdown confirmed. Commencing offload.
Comet 13th, Orgy's prize refueled. Comet 13th, Orgy's prize restocked. Comet 13th, Orgy's prize repaired. You have just sold 664 tons of titanium at 1,409 credits per ton for a total of 935,576 credits with a profit of 448,864 credits.
Yeah, it's fine.
disengaged from local networks.
Your ship is released. Depart when ready. Heavy oncoming traffic ahead. Please regulate your speed, Commander.
Frameshift drive charging.
Facility boundaries exceeded. Please be your flight operations.
3, 2.
Destination confirmed. 13th. Orgy's prizes in transit to the HIP 18828 system. You have entered Empire space. You have visited this system 4 times. HIP 18828 is an Empire patronage home to nearly 12.5 million souls. Aligned to Denton Petraeus HIP 20048 Emperor's Grace is the controlling power. There are 3 orbital stations in this system. Information, HIP 18828 is undergoing a boom. There might be some good trading profits to be made here. Orgy's prize has returned to normal space in the vicinity of Ruckelt City.
You are approaching an Imperial facility. Please comply with all dictates and procedures. Approval is granted. Please proceed to Bay
Landing pad N is at 8 o'clock farm, as you enter with the green lights on your right. Docking complete.
Landing safely completed. Please shut down all systems.
Comma 13th, Ortiz prize refuel.
To this facility, Commander.
Cargo hold at maximum.
You have just purchased 728 tons of titanium at 790 credits per ton. Total cost is 575,120 credits. Docking clamps free.
Landing restraints released. Please observe speed restrictions upon exiting. Facility boundary exceeded. Have a good trip, Commander.
Frameshift drive charging.
Jumping progress. 13th. Ortiz prize is in transit to the Kalidu system. You have visited this system 5 times. Kalidu is an empire patronage with a population of just over 1 billion souls. Kalidu Empire Assembly is the local power. There are 7 orbital stations and 4 planetary stations in this system. Information. Kalidu is undergoing a boom. There might be some good trading profits to be made here.
Damn it, deals.
Warning. Interdiction attempt by pirate detected.
Alright. Look. You're not getting me.
Entered normal space in the vicinity of Star Kalidu Gate.
Under attack.
Hey, where am I going? Just outside of your weapons range, why'd you ask?
Warning. Thermal attack. Gaining heat.
Thermal attack? That's a new one. To fight him or not to fight him? PAs. These and missiles. 20 tons of cargo. Faster? Could probably just explode you.
Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Entered Super Cruise. Message received from Commander Irenda Skarsgård. Message reads, AO7.
What's under?
Message away.
You're gonna pull me under.
Message received from Commander Irenda Skarsgård. Message reads, how goes it? Sent. Message received from Commander Irenda Skarsgård. Message reads, same sis. Message received from Commander Irenda Skarsgård. Message reads, they gonna name a ship after the #1 contributor? Message received from Commander Irenda Skarsgård. Message reads, says in the mission. Message away. Message received from Commander Irenda Skarsgård. Message reads, nice. Message away. Message received from Commander Irenda Skarsgård. Message reads, law. Sent. Message received from Commander Irenda Skarsgård. Message reads, that would be awesome. Comet 13th, Orgy's prize has left Super Cruise near Hipparchus Terminal.
Romeo Golf. We are pleased to have you at this Imperial facility, Commander. Access is now granted. Please proceed to Bay 10.
Landing pattern is at 8 o'clock far, as you enter with the green lights on your right.
Just a big glitchy. Oh yeah, that would be why.
Message received from Commander Irenda Skarsgård. Message reads, laughing out loud. Message received from Commander Irenda Skarsgård. Message reads, stuck.
You are currently blocking the main thoroughfare. Please vacate the area.
Docking complete.
Landing
Sent.
safely completed. You may alight when ready. The services of this Imperial facility
Message away.
are at your disposal, Commander.
Message received from Commander Irenda Skarsgård. Message reads, that thing looks unreasonable with males lots. Message received from Commander Irenda Skarsgård. Message reads, nice. 480 here. You have just sold 728 tons of titanium at 1,409 credits per ton for a total of 1,025,752 credits with a profit of 450,632 credits. Comet 13th, Orgy's prize refuel.
When ready.
Full control re-established. Sent. Message away. Message received from Commander Irenda Skarsgård. Message reads, nice bling. Gonna get me that for my Python and that. Sent.
You are are all clear to follow your predetermined flight path. Imperial Flight Operations Bureau wishes you well on your journey.
Message received from Commander Irenda Skarsgård. Message reads, yes. Destination confirmed. 13th. Orgies prizes traveling to the HIP 18828 system. You have visited this system 5 times. HIP 18828 is an Empire patronage with a population of nearly 12.5 million people, allied with Denton Petraeus. HIP 20048 Emperor's Grace is the immediate faction. There are 3 orbital stations in this system. Message away. Message received from Commander Irenda Skarsgård. Message reads, Conda is 336T in Les Yagoshtlas. Information, HIP 18828 is undergoing a boom. There might be some good trading profits to be made here. Message sent. Sent. Message received from Commander Irenda Skarsgård. Message reads, Message away. Message sent. Message received from Commander Irenda Skarsgård. Message reads, Panther really gonna be 1400T? Message away. Message received from Commander Irenda Skarsgård. Message reads, that's noise. Message received from Commander Irenda Skarsgård. Message reads, gonna cost $1. Message away. Message received from Commander Irenda Skarsgård. Message reads, hopefully. Message received from Commander Irenda Skarsgård. Message reads, just put in 600M on my vet. Still got another 300-ish before it's all said and done. Message sent. Message sent. Message received from Commander Irenda Skarsgård. Message reads, they also make big booms. Message received from Commander Irenda Skarsgård. Message reads, true. Message received from Commander Irenda Skarsgård. Message reads, 50 BCF for stock Farragut, haha. Left Super Cruise close to Rebel City. Message received from Commander Irenda Skarsgård. Message reads, ID paid. Message received from Commander Irenda Skarsgård. Message reads, do like 2 months of Quince just for one. Message away.
Permission granted. Please proceed to Bay 10.
Landing pad N is at 8 o'clock far, as you enter with the green lights on your right. Message received from Commander Irenda Skarsgård. Message reads, yeah, like clam chips.
Be aware, Imperial speed restrictions are in effect. Please comply, Commander.
Docking complete.
Gorgeous.
Comet 13th, Orgy's prize refueled. You have just purchased 728 tons of titanium at 790 credits per ton. Total cost is 575,120 credits. Docking clamps free.
Landing restraints released. Please observe speed restrictions upon exiting.
Giant ship.
Please be aware of heavy traffic in this area. You have cleared the station perimeter. The Imperial Flight Operations Bureau wishes you well on your journey.
Destination confirmed. 13th. Orgy's prize is traveling to the Paleduc system. You have visited this system 6 times. Paleduc is an empire patronage with a population of just over 1 billion souls. Paleduc Empire Assembly is the controlling power. There are 7 orbital stations and 4 planetary stations in this system. Current location is 131 light-years from Belisuk. Information. Paleduc is undergoing a boom. There might be some good trading profits to be made here.
Oh, no shit.
airspace in the vicinity of Hipparchus Terminal.
Gutamaya Oscar Romeo Golf. The Imperial Flight Operations Bureau is honored by your presence, Commander. Permission granted. Please head directly to
Landing
Bay.
pad 39 is at 4 o'clock near, as you enter with the green lights on your right.
Frameshift charge detected. Landing gear deployed.
Docking complete.
Landing safely completed. Commencing offload. Welcome to the facility, Commander.
Comet 13th, Ortiz prize refueled. You have just sold 728 tons of titanium at 1,409 credits per ton for a total of 1,025,752 credits with a profit of 450,632 credits.
Must keep going. Must be very best. Get name on board.
Full control re-established.
You have been disengaged from the dock. You may leave when ready.
Getting some auto docking for this shit. She's breaking up, Captain. Who's this?
Flight assist.
Oh, yes. Flight assist.
Flight assist on. Frameshift drive charging.
Station limits exceeded. Have a good trip, Commander.
What's this mass like?
4, 3, 2, 1.
Jumping progress, 13th. Ortiz prizes in transit to the HIP 18828 system. You have visited this system 6 times. HIP 18828 is an Empire patronage with a population of nearly 12.5 million souls. Allied with Denton Petraeus, HIP 20048 Emperor's Grace is the local faction. There are 3 orbital stations in this system. Information, HIP 18828 is undergoing a boom. There might be some good trading profits to be made here.
Alright. Let's put the game in 1080p so I can watch a show while I trade. Is good. I like. Oh shit, no, that's not good. I don't like. There we go. Yeah, much better. Alright. Now, let's have to look at the game menu. Fix it on here. Unlock. 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 Boom, just like that. already, huh? Alright. Yeah, I want to watch that thing about the soldiers fighting the other soldiers. Right. There it is.
Hey guys, Zach Hartzlotter here. Hello and welcome to another episode of Star Wars Versus. And I think today is going to be a fun episode because you guys have been asking for ground battles, so today I am bringing a ground battle. Today we're looking at two warriors who, despite often being lamented for their ineffectuality, are actually pretty badass. We're putting Stormtroopers, the famous white armored baddies from the Star Wars franchise, against the UNSC Marine from the Halo franchise. I've got a few basic rules for this matchup. We're going to have 2 rounds. The first, it'll be a one-on-one, hand-to-hand fight between these two warriors. So, a standard Stormtrooper in armor against a standard UNSC Marine in armor. Which one would win? In the second round, we're going to do a true head-to-head with a squad of 5 Stormtroopers going against a squad of 5 UNSC Marines head-to-head. And we're talking about the standard versions of each of these units. So, Stormtroopers as they existed during the Star Wars original trilogy, and UNSC Marines as they existed during the Human Covenant War, during the events of Halo 3. As I said, we're also looking at the standard variants of each one of these units. So, normal Stormtroopers, not like Scout Troopers, and UNSC Marines, not ODSTs, for example. Before we begin, I do have a few pieces of news to share with you guys. The first is that tomorrow, August 22nd,
lights on your right.
camera along, and I will try to vlog it. With all that out of the way, let's now get into the actual video. I think the first step in this match is to take a close look at these two warriors. I'm going to start off with the UNSC and their Marines. The UNSC Marines from the Halo franchise grew out of the modern-day United States Marine Corps. UNSC Marines are only one part of the UNSC military, but they have been a very, very important part of the Human Covenant War. They're often used as an expeditionary force compared with, say, the UNSC Army, who often defended planets. Marines had a pretty standard loadout. Their main weapon would have been the MA5C assault rifle. They would have also carried an M6H sidearm and 1 or 2 M9 frag grenades. Obviously, this loadout would be dependent on what their mission was, what their role was. Obviously, a marksman would use some sort of marksman rifle, and a heavy gunner would use a different kind of weapon, but we're going with the standard. Let's take a quick second to talk about these weapons. The MA5C was a fairly powerful assault rifle. It had an effective range of about 300 meters or less. It can fire fully auto at close quarters, or it can be used to decent effect at medium range when fired in short bursts. The weapon typically used 7.62 full metal jacket ammunition, which was especially effective against infantry. As for their other equipment, the Marines' armor was called the UNSC Marine Corps Battle Dress Uniform, often shortened as a BDU. The BDU is centered around the M52B body armor. M52B armor is relatively light at 15 pounds and offers basic ballistic protection. The armor did have some protection against explosives as well, including a heat reduction layer which would help protect against plasma heat, but really, if you got hit by any sort of energy-based weapon, you were in pretty big trouble. UNSC Marines often would have had some sort of sensor package, including perhaps a neural interface or at least a HUD and a friend or foe indicator. We don't know a whole lot about UNSC Marine training. During the Human Covenant War, it probably wouldn't have been possible to really give the Marines many, many years of training. I mean, we do see their Corbula Academy in Forward Unto Dawn, but that's officer training for rich kids. In addition, we only saw Corbula before the actual Human Covenant War, so I think it's pretty safe to assume that most UNSC Marines didn't start their training at 16 years old. However, I'm going to bet that whatever training the UNSC Marines did get was very effective. They were fighting against a Covenant race with vastly superior numbers, yet somehow the UNSC still managed to succeed quite often on the ground. Obviously, much of that was due in part to the use of Spartans, but still, I think the Marines were quite effective. Let's contrast what we just learned with the Empire's Stormtroopers. And Stormtroopers, while quite brutal and efficient, were still relied on because of their sheer numbers. Let's talk about how they were outfitted, though. Probably the most famous part of the Stormtroopers was their white armor. The armor, which was actually several bits of armor with an underbelly, was quite effective at stopping laser-based weapons. It is also, at least according to several Star Wars Legends sources, pretty much impervious to slug-based weapons, which in the Star Wars universe is basically bullets. We do see during the Battle of Endor that Stormtroopers get killed by arrows. However, most sources have said that this is because they were hit in the neck or in another vulnerable spot where the armor doesn't cover to allow for movement. Because of how Stormtroopers are treated in the Star Wars movies, many have assumed that Stormtrooper armor is actually ineffective, but this is largely plot related. Stormtrooper armor was supposed to be a great mix of protection and mobility. It's kind of like how in the Halo games, Marines aren't very good at driving vehicles, but I wouldn't actually factor that into the battle. Several Star Wars reference books say that Stormtrooper armor has special features for hand-to-hand combat, including the ability to inflict a shock, but I've never seen this in actual combat during any of the books or the movies, so I'm not going to count that. Like UNSC Marines, Stormtrooper armor would have also incorporated a variety of sensor packages, including a heads-up display, and probably some way for them to coordinate with other members of their platoon or their squad. The main weapon used by the Stormtrooper was the E11 blaster rifle, and this weapon actually bears a lot of similarities to the MA5B. Most notably, it was useful in very close situations, but did have some effectiveness at medium range. It also topped out, though, at 300 meters. The weapon also had an adjustable fire rate, various settings, and was very, very powerful. I mean, when it was on kill, obviously, it could take out most targets, especially if they were unshielded in a single shot. Standard loadout for a Stormtrooper also included a thermal detonator, and some also would have had concussion grenades, but I'm not convinced that this was normal. Let's end by talking about training, and I think it's pretty clear that the average Stormtrooper would went through much more training than any UNSC Marine. That's just because the Empire wasn't really fighting a losing war. They actually had time to train their units. However, I also believe that each Stormtrooper would have seen much less action than a UNSC Marine would. Because, again, they're not fighting a war, they're not fighting against a superior foe, so just less combat experience. Keeping all that in mind, let's now look at round 1, the one-on-one hand-to-hand fight between one Stormtrooper and one UNSC Marine. We've seen Stormtroopers have some difficulty in hand-to-hand situations. I mean, particularly at Endor, many Stormtroopers died to blunt weapons by much smaller units. The UNSC Marine's armor is much lighter, but less protective than that of a Stormtrooper. I really do think that this one is pretty close, but the one thing that separates it for me is the fact that UNSC Marines wouldn't have had to rely on hand-to-hand combat. I mean, they wouldn't be fighting elites hand-to-hand, they probably wouldn't even be fighting runs hand-to-hand. On the other hand, Stormtroopers were probably heavily trained in martial arts during their time at the various Imperial Academies. I also think it is going to be quite difficult for the Marine to actually harm the Stormtrooper without a weapon. I mean, again, we've seen them taken out by Han Solo before, and we've seen them taken out by others, but when you're looking at an average soldier against an average soldier, I just think the training and the extra protective body armor is going to help the Stormtrooper here and is going to give this category to the Empire. But what about round 2, the actual squad battle? I think the first thing we need to discuss is the difference in weapons. I think the Stormtroopers' weaponry is going to be much more powerful than that of the UNSC's. It's also going to be more effective against the armor types that the UNSC uses. I think a single shot from a Stormtrooper is going to do very serious damage, perhaps even incapacitate the UNSC Marines. On the other hand, I just want to say I don't think the weaponry of the UNSC will be useless against Stormtroopers, because it is very heavy and it is meant to take out shielded infantry. But I think if UNSC Marine shoots a Stormtrooper one time in the head, I don't think that will necessarily guarantee a kill. I think the armor might stop that sometimes might be effective, but it's not a guaranteed kill. However, like I mentioned, when the Stormtrooper shoots the Marine, they're probably going to take them out. I will say though, this is par for the course for the UNSC. They would often fight elites or other Covenant who would have energy shields and who would be killed in one shot. However, to be fair to the Stormtroopers, they often lost them. So this really comes down to whether you prefer the Stormtroopers and the higher technology, their very lethal weapons, and their, at least in lore, effective shielding against the UNSC and their probably increased survivability and just spunkiness. I think when we're looking at just average soldiers, I have to give it to the ones who have the much better equipment. Like I've mentioned a few times, Marine armor is not meant to stop the high-powered energy weapons of the Stormtroopers, and I really think that the blasters are going to melt right through and do serious damage. This will be a close one. I truly think that the UNSC Marines will probably take down 3 or 4 Stormtroopers, especially if they use the grenades. Some of them have some valiant last stands. It's going to be a close battle. No, sometimes the Marines may actually take this, but I'm going to give the victory to the Stormtroopers. I think that they win 7.5 times out of 10. I've left the 2.5 for the Marines just if you want to take the movie Stormtroopers, the ones who aren't very effective and who go down pretty easily, but I don't really think that that well represents the average Stormtrooper skills. That's kind of like the dramatic representation of an enemy fighting against block armor. In the future, it might be interesting to look at a full-scale battle, so with Marines outfitted with different weapons, including sniper rifles and rocket launchers, against different kinds of Stormtroopers and perhaps some ground vehicles. Full-scale war could be pretty fun to analyze. Let me know what you think about that idea down in the comments, and also, of course, let me know whether you like this video, if you think I did a good job, if I missed something important, and anything else. Also,
show no mercy to these rebels.
Keep at it. Structural failure imminent. Finish them off.
All forces repel the rebels' assault. Hold them back until reinforcements arrive.
Their destructive haze is hard to fear. The rebels intend to disable the cruisers guarding the docks.
Proper space battles. I've been looking forward to this. Welcome to yet another Star Wars Battlefront 2 video. I'd like to thank EA for sending me to Germany to get this awesome footage, and what you're about to see is the space battle of the Imperial shipyard at Fondor. Okay, first off, let's talk about the objectives in the Battle of Fondor. The Rebellion has to destroy a vast grid of Imperial defenses, including numerous turbolaser emplacements and Arquitton-class command cruisers, by utilizing a barrage of starfighters, Y-wing bombers, and CR-90 corvettes. During which point the Imperial Navy, the heroes of this story, are going to focus their TIE bombers on the CR-90s and scramble fighters to deal with the rest of the fleet. But should the Rebellion succeed in destroying initial defenses, Imperial forces will have to fall back to engage the starships attacking shield projectors within the shipyard's hull. And if the shield projectors are compromised, the docked Star Destroyer's vital systems will be vulnerable and possibly lead to a catastrophic failure. Alright, now let me tell you about the new ships, because that's what you're going to be seeing gameplay of. The TIE Bomber and the Sith Infiltrator, which is Darth Maul's hero ship, they are incredible, especially the TIE Bomber. And you know what? The Sith Infiltrator too, because you're going to see some really epic gameplay towards the end of this video, because that thing absolutely wrecks. But the TIE Bomber, even though it's not a hero ship, it is an absolute powerhouse. Both when it comes to objectives and enemy fighters, you're going to see proof of that. It's really something special. It's so satisfying utilizing your barrage of missiles and dual proton torpedoes against CR-90 corvettes. It melts them like butter. And the electronic countermeasures are a godsend, because being able to consistently, effectively evade enemy missiles it's paramount. And not many ships have that ability. Anyway, you're also going to be seeing some gameplay of Darth Maul's Sith Infiltrator, otherwise known as the Scimitar. Its main weapons are really powerful. It's got dual proton torpedoes, and it's got a stealth drive, which makes your ship invisible. It makes your ship invisible, extremely difficult to hit, extremely difficult to see, unless maybe you're on fire or you're damaged and you got smoke coming out of your vessel, and at which point it's going to be a little easier to track you. Anyway, it's fantastic for sneak attacks, because once you go invisible, you can then tail an enemy ship or an enemy hero ship and just unleash hell on them. Of course, once you start firing, you lose your stealth drive, but it lasts quite a while if you don't fire. And finally, you have target lock, which boosts your damage to whoever you lock target onto, and also friendly's damage to said target, which is pretty handy. Regardless, I'm going to let you guys enjoy the beautiful, beautiful sound design of Star Wars Battlefront by shutting my mouth. And if you want to see more Star Wars Battlefront 2 videos, including in-depth videos on the TIE Bomber, Y-Wing Bomber, Sith Infiltrator, and Poe Dameron's X-Wing, then yeah, just wait until the end of this video for links. And if you're a fan of Star Wars, subscribe for comprehensive Battlefront 2 videos, live streams, guides, gameplay, silly crap, whatever.
on the 13th.
We've lost one of our
Prize
cruisers.
region.
Defend the one remaining. Both cruisers have fallen. We must redouble our efforts.
You have just purchased 728 tons of titanium at 790 credits per ton. Total cost is 575,120 credits. Message received from Commander Irene Skarsgård. Message reads, I bet scope control
Speed restriction.
Intercept enemy fighters targeting those generators.
Sometimes taking damage.
Rebel Y-Wings have started a bombing run. Take them out. Now! That Rebel blockade runner is in critical condition.
You have cleared the station.
We've eliminated one of their blockade runners.
What's the challenge?
Jumping progress. 13th. Origins prize.
Taste of my vengeance.
You have visited this system 8 times.
If they take down the
An
shield
empire
generators,
leverage
our
supporting
destroyer
just
is
over 1
next.
billion souls. The Empire Assembly is the controlling faction.
All
There are
Rebel
7
blockade
more
runners are
stations
destroyed.
and 4
That
planetary
should slow them down
stations in this system.
Enemy sighted. Engaging.
Information. A little is
Another
undergoing a
shield
boom.
generator
There
has
might be
fallen.
some good trading profits to be
Rebels have
made here.
destroyed a shield generator.
Message received from Commander Irene Skarsgård. Message reads, bedtime. Message received from Commander Irene Skarsgård. Message reads, why safe? Message away.
Darkness. Shadows.
Only one generator remains. If it fails, the path to the Star Destroyer will open.
Enjoy.
Generators down. The dock is unshielded. Intercept their X-Wings.
Prediction attempt by
Failure
pilot
is not
detected.
an option.
Throttle down or evade.
Refuse to accept this.
Drop to normal space close to
Oscar
departure's
Romeo
turn.
Golf. The Imperial Flight Operations Bureau is honored by your
The time has come.
As you enter with the
The
green
Star
lights
Destroyer's
on your
shields
right,
remain intact, but the dock clamps powering them are vulnerable. We must defend them. A Mon Calamari battlecruiser has jumped out of hyperspace. We can't afford to engage it directly. Keep up defenses and hold for reinforcements.
Please be more sensible when you're flying, Commander.
Don't kill me, station.
I have grown restless.
complete.
Activating the dock clamps. They mean to cut power to the shield.
Monitor key. Orgy's prize refilled. Monitor key. Orgy's prize repaired.
It doesn't have to end like this.
We have just sold 728 tons of plutonium at 1,409 credits per ton for a total of 1,025,752 credits with a profit of 450,632 credits.